because we have a lot of exciting news by Cambodia. Yes, and basically this is more or less it, but going to the next slide, I would like to really, I'm very happy that one of our special guests is here, which is Claudia from Movea. She's the managing director of Movea and has recently actually done an incentive with eAsia incentive in Cambodia and is going to share a little bit later during the end of the presentation her impressions, her experiences working in Cambodia and with the eAsia incentive. Thank you very much, Claudia, for being here with us. We know that you're very much under time pressure and a lot of things are happening, which is great for you. And thank you again for being here. Yeah, and that's basically it. I would like to hand over straight away to Sophie, who I think is going to start by introducing herself quickly. And yes, ladies, go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us today. We're very happy to introduce you to Cambodia for those who don't know the destination yet. I'll start by introducing myself. So my name is Anne-Sophie. I'm based in Vietnam, in Hanoi, but I'm the brand director for eAsia Incentive. And I look after all our destinations. You'll see a little bit later that we don't only operate in Cambodia. And then I work across all our markets. And I work alongside, of course, with Carol and her team. In the middle, you can see my colleague Sere. She's one of our project manager based in Siem Reap, Cambodia. And on the left, this is our second team member based in Siem Reap. She's also our sales manager there. So basically, those two ladies are your experts in destinations. I just want to introduce eAsia very quickly for those who don't know us yet. I know some of you do, but it's always good to do a short recap. So we are a DMC. We've been based in Southeast Asia for over 25 years, and we do operate in Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos, Thailand. Used to be in Myanmar as well. Obviously, at the moment, we can no longer operate. We've got about 20 years experience in the MICE industry, and we have a dedicated team in each of all the destinations where we operate, which is very important. They get a very good support from our local product and operation teams as well. So that allows us to really control the suppliers we work with, the quality of the products and experiences that we offer, and of course, like a huge, like very important support and quality support on the ground when your groups travel. We praise ourselves to be responsive, precise, and really hands-on on the ground. We love what we do, and I think it shows whenever groups are with us. We also have a quite extensive knowledge of the German market because we've been working with Germany for many years with the support of STR Pro MICE, obviously, and that gives us a lot of strengths when it comes to understanding your clients, their expectations, what they really don't want, what they prefer, etc. We also have a few eAsia signature experiences, especially in Cambodia. You'll see a bit later what I'm talking about. This is a strong selling point for us because, well, we've got houses, for example. You will only be able to take your groups there through us only. So it's very unique. And finally, we are Travel Life certified. This is quite important. It represents our commitment to sustainability. Of course, it is really, really important, and it's been one of our core values since the beginning. So I just want to tell you a little bit about Cambodia in a nutshell. Again, for those who have some issues to place it on the map, as you can see, it's surrounded by Thailand, Laos, and Vietnam, and it's got a nice coastline towards the south. The capital is Phnom Penh, population of about 17 millions. Most people in Cambodia, although the local language is Khmer, speak English. So there's really not issues when it comes to language. Not obviously, we also have German speaking guides. So the language barrier is really not a problem. Moving on. You can back, yeah. Why is Cambodia a great option for your clients? So Cambodia has a very strong incentive appeal. It combines like very internationally recognized landmarks, such as Angkor temples, which is a UNESCO heritage site, with very deep cultural experiences. So that allows you to create unique and varied programs, which is a strong selling point. We've got an excellent infrastructures, which allows us to build like sophisticated programs as well. Of course, Cambodia, not saying that it's not the most developed countries. That said, a lot of international hotel brands are there. The infrastructure is of a good quality. The quality of the restaurants, we've got high-class venues and etc. So really, like, there's nothing to worry about when it comes to, once again, the quality of the services that are delivered there. It's also an excellent value for money. And that allows you to create ambitious programs without having to compromise on standards. And finally, it's also, if you think about combining it with another country, which is absolutely possible and quite easy to do, it works really well with one of our countries, Thailand, Vietnam, and Laos. Of course, we do everything for you, but that's also something you can think about to, if your groups have enough time, obviously, but to create an even more complete program. Yeah. Now, what questions your clients might actually ask you? What is the best season to travel? So Cambodia is a country where it's always hot and humid. It never gets under, I'd say, 18 degrees throughout the year, and it can get really hot. And I'm telling you, 35 degrees in Cambodia has nothing to do with 35 degrees in Germany. It's more intense, it's very humid, so it's more difficult maybe to handle for those who are not that used to it. So we tend to say that November to March would be the most comfortable weather to travel. April and May are the hottest months. Still a good option to travel, but what we do is that we adapt slightly the programs to make sure that activities start a bit earlier in the morning so people don't suffer from the heat too much. And then May to October is our rainy season. Again, your groups can still travel during May, June, for example, September, October. It offers you better rates and less people as well. So not a bad idea. In terms of group sizes, you can consider like small groups for an intimate experience, up to several hundred guests, really, because once again, we've got big properties that can accommodate a lot, like large groups. So that's not a problem. Of course, we often have to split those groups depending on the activities they do, but that's usually happens in most destinations. When it comes to domestic flights, normally we can book up to 60 seats per aircraft. So if we need more than that, obviously we can book different commercial flights or even charter flights. That's also an option. In terms of access and formalities, you will have to do a one-stop connection flight from Germany. There's no direct flight. But that being said, you can use those very well-known international airlines such as Singapore, Thai Airways, Vietnam Airlines, Qatar Airways. So really your clients can travel very comfortably, doing one stopover and then straight into Siem Reap, which you will see in the next slide is the main attraction in Cambodia for incentive groups. And then a visa is compulsory. You can either get an e-visa or a visa on arrival. Obviously, Asia helps you with that. And when it comes to the budget positioning in Southeast Asia, because we often get these questions, some of you might have already organized a group in Thailand, for example, or in Vietnam, and you wonder how is Cambodia positioned compared to these destinations. I'd say that Cambodia is a high impact destination. It's not a low-cost destination, not a low-cost option. That said, it's usually cheaper than Thailand. And it's pretty much similar to Vietnam, sort of. So definitely a very good option to consider when it comes to a high-value program in terms of cultural experiences and heritage values. Obviously, Cambodia has a lot to offer when you go as a solo traveler, I would say. But when it comes to incentive groups, you only focus on 3 regions. So the main one is Siem Reap, as I said before. This is the reason why you want to take your clients to Cambodia. You want them to experience the Angkor Temple. Once again, it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's really a box to tick. It's beautiful and it's a powerful backdrop to every program. Siem Reap is very nice and I would say handy because it's a very compact city, and very quickly you can be outside the town and experience the countryside. You get to experience the local life as well. And it's got a lot to offer when it comes to activities, venues, entertainment, and etc. We can see a photo of a house on the lake. This is Tonle Sap Lake, the second highlight in Siem Reap after the temples. Very important in the everyday life. When the season is the right one, we can take the group on a cruise on the lake where they can see the fishermen villages and once again experience the local life. So very interesting. Now, sometimes groups will also, because they've got enough time and they want to have a beach experience, they would decide to have a beach extension, and we can definitely do that remaining in Cambodia. No need to go anywhere else. It's easy. You take an hour flight from Siem Reap to Sihanoukville at the bottom of the map, and then we transfer them by boat to one of the islands we work with. The beaches in Cambodia are pristine. Some of them are really, really nice, have nothing to envy to Thai beaches, less people usually. Very nice option, definitely, and also full of different activities we can offer to your clients. And finally, the third stop would be Phnom Penh. Phnom Penh, if they don't have to go, it's not something we would automatically include in the program. It's a city. It's got lots of history and culture, but it's not your main highlight. That said, sometimes groups have to overnight in Phnom Penh. This is not a problem at all. We've got very strong hotels, very nice properties. We can organize a nice dinner, take them to a rooftop, on a cruise on the Mekong River. So not a bad option if they really have to overnight there. It's absolutely doable. And I'll let Sarah talk to you a little bit more about the specific case study and group that we operated for Movea. So I will leave her to explain that to you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Hello, everyone. So this is Sarah. So today I'm happy to introduce you a case study program, 5 days, 4 nights in Siem Reap, which we operate successfully last April 2026. So ideally, the program was designed based on the key elements for the group. So based on the cultural experience and celebration. So so this is the a little bit the background about the group. So they have 30 people and they are mostly singles, and they're traveling from 22 to 26 April 2026. So they are staying at the Sofitel Phuket Siem Reap. So yes, actually we did a great job together. Thanks to Claudia for this. Finally, we met our expectation together. Okay. So this is the highlights about the program in general. So we was talking about the temple. It's about the local encounters, and also the team building. So like active experience, and also some special. There is also a very special dinner that we set for in the temple. So this is a very exceptional that very less country that they can organize this kind of gala dinner at the sacred area. So firstly, let me introduce you about the warm welcome. So ideally, for the first highlight, the first experience that I want to highlight is about the arrival experience. So basically here, what we want to mention is about the warm welcome by our team, still the arrival of the guests inside the airport. And we have our team to assist the client everything until the transfer to the hotel. And when they arrive the hotel, so at the Sofitel Phuket, we have a chayam done, which is a folk traditional folk done that symbolize the blessing. So ideally to give a warm welcome and also for blessing travel in Cambodia to our traveler. So it's also for the culture. So this is you on the left side you will see this is we call Mang blessings ceremony, which are organized in the local pagoda to allow the guests to experience how the local people practice this for the safe travel, for the purities, and also like for the blessings. Normally, this kind of ceremony we do it for occasional, for special occasion only. And on the right side, on the right side is the one of the most iconic means of transport in Cambodia. So I could say that this is something you should experience when you're traveling in especially in Siem Reap. Okay, so this is the first highlights of the program that I want to introduce you. This is about the temple. So you will see all the temple, but we have 1,000 temples in Cambodia, but we choose some specific temple, which is the most important temple, and also with different storage for interesting for the traveler. So basically, for the temple visits, we do by the tuk-tuk transfer. So this is the most convenient and easy because the guests can get around easily, and then it's offer the funds authentic, and they can immerse themselves in the in the environments, and we travel through the temple from one to another. So on the top right, we call Angkor Wat Temple. Actually, Angkor Wat Temple is one of the most iconic temple and of Cambodian. So I could say that most of the traveler know Siem Reap or Cambodian by Angkor Wat Temple, which is listed as a part of UNESCO heritage since 1992. And on the bottom right, we call Chaprung Temple, or most of the traveler call like Tomb Raider Temple, because the movie was takes place this temple as a part of their movie. It's very interesting. And you know this because this temple is combined of the it's a mix of nature and with the stone thing. So it creates like a very nice landscape for the photogenic like especially for the traveler who love the photo. This is the best temple. So on the right side, we call Bayon Temple. So actually, Bayon Temple is another temple. It's just only 10 minutes from Angkor Wat. This is also the main temple in Siem Reap. So this temple is well known as the stone face, and also because in total in this temple they have 54 different stone face. And the most important is the most interesting is about the carvings on the wall of the temple. So mostly it tells you about the daily lives of Cambodian people a long time ago, including like for example, even khmer noodle making, it also carving on the wall, and also the activity of battle or and some more activity of the villagers. Okay, so for the next, I would like to share with you about the local encounter and active experience. So actually, yes, this is this is the second highlight of the program, and also a must-to-do activity in Siem Reap, because this allows the client to experience the different things, the warm welcome of the local people, Cambodian local people, and also to hand-on some activity during the excursion. Like for example, you see on the right side, on the bottom right, on the top right, sorry. This is how the client can understand about the story of khmer noodle making, and also to hand on how to make it until the final stage. And also, you can see the picture of the man who doing this is called a sticky ride, bamboo sticky ride. That is a kind of dessert and local snack. This is just to show a simple way that, and also we can have some small test after that. So what is special about this program for the group is it's about the meal, because normally we always arrange meal outside, like at the local restaurant or something like that. But for this, we have converted what we have experienced during the day, and then make it as their lunch, their special lunch. So meaning that the guests, they will eat the khmer noodle with the soup as their lunch, additional with some dessert making from sugar palm. So it's also yes. And also this program actually it's quite active, because the guests, they need to take a bike around 12 kilometers. So, but it's not a rush, because we have several stops in between, and to experience some different activity. Actually, it's also including the palm sugar demonstration inside the activity, but I will not put the picture, sorry. So yes, okay. Another active experience is about the zip lining. So actually, for the zip lining, the guests doing inside the jungles of the Angkor area. So they can do like from one to another bridge, and also during that time they can also observe some special bird inside the jungle, and also some monkeys. So this is also very interesting, and it's quite active, but it's fun. So, okay, for the next activity, so this is a part of our culture as well, and also it's more like active activity, because on the as you can see on the right side, those two photos, it's present about the Khmer kickboxing workshop. So this is it's take 1 hour for the workshop, including the demonstration by the coach, and also the guests can hand-on can practice. I mean, can train and learn and practice with the coach. So they can understand a bit about our boxing technique. And this is our national boxing sport. And on the right side, it's a Cambodian martial art. So this is just one of the highlight of the program, because normally this is our culture as well. Actually, but this is just a demonstration. Normally it takes like 15 minutes maximum for the demonstration by the expert, just to perform and to show the guests how our combat sport it is. And also if the guest interesting with the practice a little bit, they can show like a bit intense. Actually, this one is a bit intense, but it's also something that interesting for to know that, because this kind of martial art, it also appear in the wall of the Bayon temple. So for the third highlights, I will share with you about wellness and social impact. So for the wellness, most here we talk about the massage. So this is ideally the best option for like a long haul flight. So basically we can do like for the on the arrival day, like what we did for the group, and also we have another possibility to do like after the visit of the day, just to give the relaxing movement, and it's the best option for all the guests. And this is it about the social impact. So we call Apopo Center. This is a Cambodia little hero, which where the guests can learn how how the people train the rat to detect the mines in Cambodian land. And also it's a part of a donation. I mean, our pay the entrance fee to the center. It also the support to the centers. And also what is even special is after the observation with the rat and so on, we have they will have a short video about the activity that they do in the real life, to show the client. And also, yes, if they are interested to make some donation to raise a rat, it's also possible over there. So, okay, another one is about the experience. So this is a half-day activity that starting from the visit of the local village until the hand-on of the cooking, on the cooking. So we have the chef to do the introduction about the food, and show the participant about how to do it, and the guests can practice by their own, and also they can enjoy their own creation. Okay, so in terms of the restaurant, actually in Cambodia, especially in Siem Reap, we have a lot of choice for the in terms of the restaurant, starting from the standard one up to the private venue, high-end dinner, and also private venue. So, like for example, we have those three are the most restaurant that we work for with for the group, because it open for the customize for buyout and also to add additional service. For example, like we have cocoa that we can arrange dinner or aperitif in private. And we have Sokwa River, which offer the Western food. And we have Mali's restaurant, it's a Khmer food, etc. And what is special about this program, this is about what we call a signature product. This is EAG Hub. It initiated and invested by our company to support the local, I mean to the house owner, to earn more profit by learn how to cook and to organize the standard, I mean the proper meal in authentic way for the guests. And but yes, of course, it was trained by our team. So we totally sure that everything is meet our standard for the incentives. So the next is about the celebration. This is one of the most touching moments for the group, I could say. We have a gala dinner at the temple. So here, this is the private venue. We privatize the entire temple to organize the event for the group. So like with vows at unforgettable moment, starting from the high-end, I mean the decoration, lighting, stunning atmosphere, and cocktail and premium dinner. So this okay. So for the last about the celebration as well, this is the night out at the rooftop at the pub street. So this is let me highlight you about the pub street. So this is like the one of the most popular entertainment area in Siem Reap. So we have a lot of kind of bar pubs to allow the guests experience separately. For example, this one. The rooftop one that we usually work with is mostly we privatize the entire rooftop to organize the event for the client, or we can just privatize some space for the group. So it's allowed the guest to enjoy with the group and also with the local or other tourists. Okay. So now it's all on my part. So I would like to invite Claudia to share some experience about while working with us in Asia.
Yeah, with pleasure. So thank you, Saray, for describing all this. In case anybody wondered about like the whole program that Saray just described, we all did this in 4 days because the 5th day was really the departure day. So everything you saw, the temples, the biking, the noodles, pub street, the temple night dinner, we all did this in 4 days. And people still had a little bit of free time, believe it or not. So I think this all came from my very, how can I say, I wrote an email after this trip to Saray and Carol and said, this has been an amazing experience. Thank you so much. Thank you to the team. That was wonderful. And I think this is where Carol got the idea to invite me for this meeting. So I can only really say the best about my experience there. The team was absolutely wonderful. Of course, I think most of us do a lot of programs in Europe, so I can only my comparison is what do you get in Asia, or in this case in Siem Reap in Cambodia, if you compare it to Europe. And I must say that the value for money is excellent. That is, we could do so many nice things without having to save in the budget, and the programs were super detailed. When I said, you know, Saray, I'm a little worried about the toilets in this local place, you know, instantly I had photos of the toilets so that I knew this is all up to the standard. And everything is up to the standard. So there's no need to worry about things like toilets, which are important. So everything is being taken care of. Also, the terms, the sustainability. I've never had a DMC who has looked after the things of sustainability as much as they did. Very often you hear, yeah, we're very sustainable, but then they don't follow the rules. Here, when I said, oh, Saray, can we have plastic bottles? She said, not really. So she would have done it, but they really avoid everything that has to do with plastic. And for me also, the Asian service mentality goes way beyond what we know in Europe. Also, of course, the man, or I should say woman power, was really great to have, because there were so many people around from the team of Saray that things like a lost luggage or little issues, somebody not feeling well, there was always somebody taking care of this extra tasks and these extra issues, which was, of course, a great help for us. So again, the variety of the program is absolutely wonderful. And what we are also always looking for, is the money can't buy experience. And that was definitely the last night in the temple. This group I had been with in Cambodia, I've been with them for maybe 10, 15 years, done a lot of trips, and I see when their jaw is dropping when they come to a location and they're absolutely amazed and they're saying, wow, this is out of this world. So the last night's dinner at the temple was definitely a wow factor, and that's, I think, always what we're looking for in our business. So again, I can only highly recommend. I was super happy, and there was nothing I would worry about going there. We were there in end of April, so yes, I can confirm it was quite hot. And at some stage where we went to the temples and people were huffing and puffing, I was a little bit worried about our bike tour, but it was an e-bike tour and we had thought about the backup. So whoever did not want to go on the bike anymore, or even not to start with, we had the tuk-tuks arranged. So we had always a backup plan, even for this program. And it went super well. And after the program, I guess you all know, yeah, like you think about it and you think, what should I have done differently, or, you know, better maybe? And I must say that after the program, I said I would do the exact same thing again. So it was wonderful. Thank you for inviting me. And these were my comments.
Thank you very much, Claudia, for your comments. Can you stick around another 5 minutes for some more questions? Would that be okay? Because Sari has still 2 or 3 more slides, which she will go very quickly through for a few more options, which you didn't have the time to experience with your group, because you had to make decisions what was more convenient for your group. So yeah, Sari, I'll hand over to you again for the last 3 slides in a fast mode.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, so I would like to highlight a little bit about the option of the hotel and some additional information, some additional option. Like for example, the hotel option, we have several options starting from 4-star up to 5-star international chain hotel. Like for example, Lotus Blanc. We have Raffles Grand Hotel that have like 109 room with fully equipment, and we have Xanye's Pumbaitong. This is a kind of boutique hotel. They have only 46 room, but it's a high-end hotel. So I would like to share with you a little bit about the highlight of some program, some excursion that we did not do for the group in April, but this is the highlights. This is we call Fast Cycle Show. This is the NGO that train the youngs, the kid to be a professional performer. And they have the school in other province, but they have the stage to perform for the guests in Siem Reap. This is the amazing show. And we have other activity as well. This is the half-day activity experience with elephant. It takes 1 hour drive from the town, and the guests could experience with the elephant. Like for example, they can follow the elephant to the jungle, and they feed the elephant, they bath the elephant, something like that, and then end up by the line on spot until the noon time back to the town. So this is the highlights of the option for the aperitif. So this is the canals located in the temple area. So it's a small one that we can organize a special things on the boats. Even can be evening or morning. It also works. So this is another one. This is our exclusive product as well. So we invested to create something different for our clients. So meaning that if they want to experience this kind of thing in this venue, only via Asia that we could arrange. And this is it's also one of the must-to-do activity in Siem Reap. Actually, excursion by boat on Tunle Sap Lake, which was mentioned by Anne-Sophie earlier. So this is unfortunately because in April we cannot organize a boat trip because of the water levels. So this is this activity the guests can experience, can observe the activity daily of the local people, especially the different landscape of the still house. So this is recommended from November until February, but from November until Jan, and for Feb and March we still can do, but we need to operate with a smaller boat. But the two options, the guests can have a bit slightly a bit different in terms of the experience. So, for example, during the high water level season, what we can do just only take the boat, experience the surroundings and the people. But for the low level season, they can do both, like for the boat trip and also with short village by walks. So meaning that they start by walking a little bit in the village. And then continue by the smaller boat because the water going down. So we need to take to transfer a little bit to take the boat. And what is special about this program is also, again, it's our signature product. We call it Hub, which is the new one that we just opened to receive the client this year, to be honest. And our first client was in March 2026. So we have 23 people that they experience the excursion and also the special line over there. So everything is customized and we adapt based on the client preference. So in terms of service, we can guarantee that we'll meet their standard because it was run by us. Okay, so just very quick, let me introduce you a little bit about the island and beach extension. So please allow me to remind you a little bit. So in Cambodia, we also have the beach and some island that we can organize for, especially if I want to talk about the group. So we have normally we have two options for to go to the island. If we travel from the Siem Reap, the only option is by flight. So it takes around 1 hour flight. So we have the biggest, the capacity is up to 60 people maximum for the commercial flight. And we can do as well from Phnom Penh. So it takes by land transfer. Normally it takes 3 hours by land transfer. So from the mainland to each island, it depends on the island here. I would like to propose you 3 different islands that we could organize for incentive client. So the first one we call Kavrong Sunlam. This one we have only 4-star hotel over there. But this one is nice because we used to operate more than 10 group already with them. And it's smaller. It have only 57 room and villa, but it fully equipment, like for example, the swimming pool, the complimentary activity, and the best restaurant and the best food over there. And they don't have a private beach. This is a public beach, but they have their own area for the private gala dinner. So what is the most interesting about this island? Just 5-minute walk from the hotel. They have the entertainment area, like the guests. Most of the guests who stay on the island, even different hotel, they gatherings over there for a drink and also to enjoy the show. Like for example, they have a scheduled fire show. This is interesting, and I think it's mostly meet with the German client because it have like a public zone that they can gatherings. And this is another hotel named Jati. It's located on another island, but it's closer to the mainland. It takes only 10 minutes from the mainland to the resort. This one is the biggest resort among other islands. It have 82 villas in total, and it have full equipment including spa, complementary activity like the tennis court, badminton court, cycling, and they have also a small. They also building the the meeting room as well, so over there. But this one is more like private because on that island they have only 2 big resorts, and they located on different sides. So I could say that it's more exclusive if the client, they are looking for something more exclusive and private. And another one is the most beautiful high-end hotel and also on the beautiful beach. We call the Royal Sand, located on the Kavrong. It's more like a private resort as well because it's exclusively only on the private beach. So this hotel, it have total 67 rooms. So but this one a bit far from the mainland because it's gonna take around 45 minutes to 1 hour by speedboat. So in terms of the excursion on the island, both all the 3 islands have a similar activity, which is the boat excursion. But it's a kind of wooden boat, so they can do half-day activity with a short stop at the village and also the snorkeling and fishing. And we can also arrange like a picnic line on board, and we can customize it, and sunset cruise as well. And we can also organize a kind of team building in the village. Even it's not very close to the resort, but we have a short transfer from the resort to the village, and we do the team buildings. And in terms of gala dinner or the resort, we can they have a good beach. I mean the good space for the gala dinner on the beach, with a customized with a different choice of entertainment. Can be a fire show with DJ or can be live band. It's many options in terms of entertainment. Okay, thank you. So now it's the last slide. It's about the question. Thank you.
Thank you very
I'm
much.
looking for your questions.
Thank you very much, Sarah. Thank you very much, Sophie.
Thank you.
Yes, please. Any questions? Sorry, we have extended a little bit more than 30 minutes. So please do ask any questions to Claudia or to the eAsia Incentive team.
Sorry, if I may say, I have to leave in less than
Yeah.
5 minutes for the next meeting. So if you have any questions for me, if you could maybe ask them first, and then I'm sure the team will
Yes,
still be there. But I
yeah.
have to leave in a couple of minutes.
If nobody has a question, I have one very briefly. What did surprise you most, Claudia, when you came to Cambodia, when you arrived there and when you saw whatever was on the program?
Yeah. Well, I had been there like 1.5 years before the incentive trip for 3 weeks, so there was not really a surprise as such. However, the quality was really excellent by eAsia. So if I had any doubts about delivery of quality, I was pleasantly surprised that everything was very much up to standard and just exactly how I would expect it for an incentive trip.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and the feedback from the participants, because for them was the first time, most probably.
Yes. Nobody had been to Cambodia, so that's another thing. It's a very exotic destination, and no, people were always pleasantly surprised, and they were really, really happy about this trip, the clients and the guests.
Okay.
Okay,
Great.
so if there's nothing more, I'll leave you to it.
Thank you very much, Claudia.
Yeah, I hope
Thank you,
lots of groups come to Cambodia.
Thank you so much, Claudia. We'll be in touch. Thank you.
Welcome. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.